around.
Satisfy me, baby. Close your eyes, look into the music and dig the summer breeze. It's a groovy night and I can show you how to use it on a woman and your mind at ease. A little less conversation, a little more action, please. A little more bite, a little less fun. I'm gonna satisfy me. A little less bite, a little more fun. A little less harm, a little more start. Open up your eyes, baby. Satisfy me, satisfy me, baby. Satisfy me, baby. Yeah. Stand night, how you doing tonight? You good? Let's have some fun. What a beautiful theater. Let's go. Come on, we'll have some fun tonight. You like this one, I hope you like it.
What are you doing? Don't stop it.
Smile, an everlasting smile. A smile can bring you near to me. Oh, well, let me find you gone. Does that bring a tear to me? This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, my love. Right now, there'll be no other time, and I can show you how, my love. Talk in everlasting words and dedicate them all to me, and I will give you all my life if you should ever call to me. Here, baby, I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words.
What'd she say to
Just
you?
had the flashlights on.
Come on, man, let's bring that shit.
No, they get the guy to the photo with his flash. That's why. He came over.
You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words to my heart.
It's okay.
It's only
Keep it on your chest. Don't move it. Yeah, look. See, it says to stop now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm staying in New Jersey, and I got in just in time for the afternoon prayers at the mosque. Wasn't expecting that. Where the fuck am I? Morocco? What is this? What part of New Jersey is this? Here's what you never hear. Crazy Christian got on a train and stabbed 7 people. You never hear that. You never hear... Yeah. You never hear a Tibetan monk hijacked a 737, crashed it into a high-rise. You never hear a Chinese woman just drove in her car right through a Christmas market. Well, that actually happened. She was looking for a parking space. It's different. It's not the same thing. Yeah. Wow.
It just looks like light when you're
I was reading the, I was on the news. There was this teacher from New Jersey, and she got arrested for having an inappropriate relationship with a couple of students. And here's how I feel about that. First of all, if a guy does it, like a male teacher takes advantage of some female student, cut his dick off and let them two never meet again. The penis and him. However, if a woman teacher decides to provide some extracurricular activities for some of her male students not on school ground, I just think this way.
All I know is if my classmate called the cops before I got a chance to get my blowjob, I'd be fucking pissed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, asshole, I thought we were friends. We couldn't call the cops together. These are the jokes, by the way, you're going to hear tonight. These are kind of these jokes. No, I'm from California, and trust me, it's dangerous in California. And I had to get out. We had to move because I got little kids. It's dangerous to have little kids. You know, in public school in California, you know, in the morning you drop off a girl, and the afternoon you pick up a boy. Dangerous. Yeah. I remember when I was in grammar school. I remember in 4th grade, the police came and they said, listen. The police, they came to us for like, 10-year-olds. They said, listen, if any adult ever tells you to keep a secret between you and them, that person is called a molester. You need to call the police right away. Now that person's no longer called a molester. Now that person's called a New Jersey public school teacher. Keep a secret, so you don't have to tell your parents. Anyway, the Epstein files are starting to come out a little bit at a time. Bill Gates was in it last week. It said Jeffrey Epstein in an email, so you know it's a very reliable source. And it said that Bill Gates got STDs from Russian hookers, not just one, hookers, plural. And he wanted to get some antibiotics to give to sneak into his wife. Now, here's how I feel about that. That's a tough one. Women are so smart. They see through that. Right away. It's like, hey honey, you want to try the shake I made for you?
Are you trying to give me antibiotics as you had sex with Russian hookers?
It's like, fuck, you're so smart. But at least he had a plan. You got to give him credit for that. He didn't just, like most guys would go, fuck it. I'm just going to tell her she got it at Pilates. They got to clean that shit better. Those fucking chains or whatever the fuck that, Yeah, I got in trouble last week for talking about the 19th Amendment. Women's right to vote. Now, let me explain before we go any further. Now, I'm just saying women are more empathetic and to an extreme, whereas their empathy can actually go further than it serves them, and they actually can have empathy for people who don't necessarily deserve it. Their empathy is so much and so big. I mean, like, that's a problem. Now, because women can get excited about something and then go and do stuff and riot and protest for stuff, and it's not in their best interest to do that. And so here's what I'm getting to. Like, ladies, your emotional capacity works against you sometimes, and that could be a problem for all of us. Now I'm saying, look, the 19th Amendment, I don't want to take it away, I just want to amend the amendment. Ladies, like, I want you to vote, I want you to vote all you want, but just not for the important things. That's it. You can still vote all you want. There's a lot of things to vote for. You know, America's Got Talent. You know, Dancing with the Stars, Comptroller, whatever the fuck that is, vote all you want. School board, well, maybe not even school board, but you know what I'm saying. That's the important one. I just bring that up because, look, it's like this. There were 10-year-olds that they studied, right? And they said to the girls, they did art, and they showed them, and they had the girls judge the art. And the girls had too much empathy for the art, for the artists. And they said, like, well, which ones do you like? Which ones do you don't like? Which ones are good? Which ones are not good?
They're like, well, yeah, I could see that she was trying to make a tree. That was nice. You know, it's kind of more like a coat hanger, but it does look like a tree. She did good. She did really good.
And all the girls were kind of like that, talking up all of them. And then the guys, the 10-year-old boys, at 10, at that nice little age of 10, they would look at the same art and go, well, that's shit. That's garbage. This guy's an idiot. This person's retarded. This person should stab himself with the pencil, you know? But I'm saying, ladies, that's okay with art, but if you do that to a bridge and design a bridge, it's gonna fucking collapse. That's all I'm saying. The plane will fall out of the sky. That's all. It doesn't help. Every once in a while, you see women that are not necessarily, how do I say this? Not anything qualified. I mean, like, you know, it's just there's some things that men seem to be better at than women. It just seem to be. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think, like, you know, firefighting, for one. You know, it's, ladies, I mean, I think you're great. I just don't think fighting of the actual fires is, you know, what I would suspect. You know, you're gonna be as good as some dude. You know, here's what you never hear. Fire! Fire! Where are all the lesbians? Fire! Where are the people with sensible shoes who drive Subarus and have flannel shirts that says a fire? Where are they?
Yeah, I can't do fire.
So, like the girls that were flying in the spaceship, you know, Katy Perry and those other girls, and they said they were flying, we're astronauts. You're not fucking astronauts. You didn't design it. You're not steering it. You're not landing it. You are fucking luggage and tits. So you are. So don't astronaut me. So there are just some things, ladies, I love you and you're great, and like I'm telling you, the fire department, there's plenty of places for you, you know, like I think the station is a perfectly good spot. There's a lot for you to do there. You know, you can tell us where you think the pole should go, you know.
They put the pole here, and the coffee here, and the helmet's here, and the jacket's here, and then the hoses here, and then the truck there. They come down and grab the jacket, grab the helmet, grab the coffee, and everything. They're fighting fires.
I think you'd be excellent at that. It's just, for like some guy, I prefer him to be like, you know, 6'8". You know, he doesn't have to have an Austrian accent, but it helps. You know, and you know, I need somebody who can knock down a door. I do. You know, I mean, it's just women aren't necessarily good at knocking down doors. You know, unless, you know, some women, you know, the door's dressing like a vagina or something. You know, they break it. But for the most part, you want a guy, you know, to knock down the door. Where are you? I'll be crying, you know, under a chair, naked. Come on, little man, I'll pick you up. You know, picks me up. I'll jerk you off in the truck. Let's go. I forgot my phone. Ah, fuck. Blows out the fire. You know. It was 13 months ago where there was the LA fires, terrible fires, and I had a friend of mine there. And I felt terrible, and I called him, you know, David Spade, and I go, hey David, how you doing?
Hey buddy, what's up, buddy? It's fucked up, buddy. It's totally fucked up, buddy. It's the worst thing.
I said, I feel terrible. Is there anything I could do for you?
That's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. Fuck, whatever, buddy.
I said, David, come on. I mean, I've known you for 35 years. I mean, let me at least get you a hotel room until you can figure out how you're gonna go on with your life.
Okay, buddy. That's really nice of you, buddy.
That was 13 months ago. He's still there. I called him this morning. I go, hey, David.
Hey, buddy, fucking hotel's amazing. Now the room service is incredible. Massages in the room, buddy. Amazing. Sunday brunch is ridiculous.
I said, Davey, I can't afford this shit anymore. I mean, you know, I'm glad I could help you out, but I can't afford it. I mean, I gotta go to Staten Island tonight. I said, I feel terrible that your house burned down.
My house didn't burn down. You said you want to go to a hotel. Fuck, I'm always up for a hotel, buddy.
I had to cancel my credit card this morning. What we're experiencing, though, if I may say so, ladies, it's not on you, but we're experiencing this feminization of society. Men being more feminine. Men using terms like toxic masculinity. It's like, what? Toxic masculinity? You mean shit that works? Yeah, we can't have that. You don't like toxic masculinity? That if your toilet breaks and there are turds floating in your living room, you need toxic masculinity to fix that shit. That's right. You don't have to have to stay for dinner. You gotta have him out there with his ass hanging out. Fix the snaking this shit out of there. Whatever plastic thing your dumb fucking kids put in there, you gotta get it out. That's right. The roads right now, ladies, sorry, but it's not women out on the roads fixing all that shit right now, it's dudes. It's toxic masculinity. And we need people that didn't study, you know, to do that shit. Because we were never gonna do that shit. But they got themselves into a part of their lives where they said, fuck it, I have to do this shit. It's okay. But toxic masculinity, let me tell you what you don't want, ladies. Toxic estrogen. You don't want that shit. You don't want that. You don't want like, hi, I don't feel good. Can you bring me some soup? You wanna go out and have dinner?